social justice, equality, democracy, human rights, and many other rights that not only South Africa, but the whole world appreciate today. Those rights are enshrined in our Constitution, a document from which many countries of the world have taken a leaf. Ordinarily, we would have celebrated this milestone by gathering at the humble home of this stalwart, but COVID-19 has forced us to go digital in what is now known as the new normal. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Mlangeni's story is one of fortitude, resilience, and the triumph of human spirit. As one of the pathfinders of our liberation struggle, Tate Mlangeni continues to be one of the stars that shines the brightest in the galaxy of political heroes and heroines. Thank you to the generosity of the June and Andrew Mlangeni Foundation and the Rosa Luxemburg Foundation. We are therefore hosting this webinar that brings together a host of luminaries, comrades and friends of Tate Mlangeni, including our Honorable President, Mandela Cyril Ramaphosa. We are grateful to the trustees of the Mlangeni Foundation, its chair, Professor Hlengiwe Mkhize, and Tate Mlangeni's family, who partnered with the Rosa Luxemburg Foundation for making this event possible. Tate Mlangeni remains active in his party, providing a moral compass to ensure that it remains true to the values espoused by the founding fathers of the African National Congress. He is remarkably humble and still lives among his people in Dube, Soweto. His struggle credentials aside, Tate Mlangeni dedicates much energy to helping the poor and vulnerable, distributing blankets and food to the needy through his foundation. Words cannot do justice, so we've put together this short film to illustrate the stature and caliber of the men we are honoring today. Enjoy.
Tate Mlangeni has gone through each and every phase of our struggle. The liberation struggle, the armed struggle, and of course long-term imprisonment with all its brutalities. But you know, when he came out, he still had that compassion, you know, saying, I want to do something for ordinary people, starting with Soweto first.
He's a fighter. I think also that he was one of those first MK recruits. His training has stayed with him for all these years. That even when the doctors were about to give up, himself, the spirit of fighting was there. And also he says that he thinks that what God sent him to do here in this world is not accomplished as yet. That's why we keep on fighting, you know. And I want to wish him more, many years to go. And because it's still very early for me to lose him. You know, we've been reconnecting after many years of separation. When he was arrested, I was still a young baby. And he came out of prison, I was out of the country. So we had that many years, more than 30, 40 years that we haven't been together. So I would like him to live longer so that we can continue our, you know, he's a dad, he's my dad, and he's my hero. And at the same time, he's my comrade and a golf buddy. You know, so I would like him to be strong so that we can still go and play golf.
For us today, it's an opportunity to reflect on the lives and times of Tate Mlangeni, a great man who sacrificed his youth and went for military training. Fortunately or unfortunately, on his return, he was arrested by the apartheid regime. And of course, he is now well known as one of those Rivonia Trialists. But for me, what really remains a mark in my heart and something which I will take with all my life is really his humility. Tate Mlangeni doesn't throw his weight around. Even when you sit in a meeting, you have a conversation, he will always, you know, show that respect and humility and compassion and understanding. So he shares his story.
It's important for me to carry for the legacy his legacy and my mom's legacy, because it meant a lot to them. And it also personally means a lot to me that we have to help the poor. As we have been doing now for over years, we have been distributing winter blankets and distributing food parcels, and we have also been helping some schools.